Okay, we are recording. Good evening, everyone. My name is Isa Dinerman, and I just said a prayer of gratitude to be so grateful to be asked with Kelly Brockmeyer in Las Vegas, Nevada, to be presenting to you tonight. It's such an honor to be able to share information that we know we've been trying and learning ourselves, and then to be able to be asked to be teachers and create more leaders. So it's a real honor to be here. Excuse me, I'm in Prescott, Arizona. And I am a Pro 5 in LifeVantage. I came on 3 years ago. August 25th was my 3-year anniversary. And it's been the greatest decision of my life, just for personal growth, for my family, and for my entrepreneurial spirit, that I've always had a strong drive as an entrepreneur, but really to find something that I could partner with that was making a difference. And with LifeVantage, I have found that. So I know all of you have as well. I know that if you're on this training tonight, you share a similar heart. And Kelly and I are excited to give you some tools tonight on Instagram. So we've heard from many people that build on Facebook that they're not too familiar with Instagram. And we find that the demographic for Instagram can be a bit different than Facebook. And, we'll tell you a little bit more about that, but it's an amazing tool. So if you have not used Instagram, I invite you to just take some notes tonight, get out some simple notes. We're going to give you a few pointers on how to do this. And, and then reach out to someone afterwards, or reach out to Kelly or myself and tell us how this training might have helped you to maybe get your account started and to start building a brand on Instagram. So I'd like to just, before we get into that tonight, exciting news about this global revenue pool, 5%, 5 for 500. So if you did not participate or really try for this last month, I want to challenge each of you on here tonight to make it a point to just decide tonight in this moment that all of us here collectively, we're all energetically supporting each other. We're going to do this. And you're getting 5 new customers for 500 volume total. This can be customers and distributors. And our company is taking 5% of all of that new volume and putting it into an elite global pool. And you can earn a share of that. You've decided, Glenda or Gilda. Thank you. I've decided as well. And I'm so excited. So if you need more information on that promotion, please go to your website or ask someone who's a mentor to you. How do I do this? I've decided I'm doing it, and let's go. So I'm really jazzed up about it, guys. I think it's so exciting. So Instagram, let's talk about Instagram. At the beginning of 2018, just a few, kind of to give you an idea of what a great opportunity this is. At the beginning of 2018, Instagram had more than 600 million monthly active users and 400 million, more importantly, 400 million active daily users. That is a huge, huge opportunity, guys. This indicates this channel is filled with potential marketing opportunities and ways to connect with other like-minded entrepreneurs. One thing that I know, I hear from a lot of people, and I personally like myself, is on Instagram, it's more of a video or a photo diary, and you can scroll. It's, you can scroll and find things, aesthetically pleasing images. You can save things for future reference. But let's talk about, how can we build our business on here? So how to optimize your Instagram account? Well, the first thing that you're going to have to do when you are creating an Instagram account is to create a bio. You're going to have to create a compelling bio and put a memorable profile picture up there. And it's one of the first things that you're going to be asked to do when you create your account, but it's also the first thing that people see when they go to your account. So also make your bio descriptive, compelling, and don't be afraid to use emojis, or, as you start to see, if you connect with people in other countries, you'll see them put little flags next to their name, or, different things. So the second thing that we want to make sure that we're doing is following industry relevant accounts. So of course, in our industry, you can start writing on your notes now, what are industry relevant to us? Well, people that are chefs, people that are foodies, people that are yogis, wellness entrepreneurs, people that work out a lot. All of these people are looking for ways to optimize health. So think about types of brands and companies that you can go to for inspiration and follow them. You want to follow them. You can press like on their post, double tapping we're making this really simple, guys, here. Double tapping means that you're liking it. It's going to give a little heart, and then comment. The same applies to Instagram that applied to Facebook, that you always want to leave a comment and let people know who you are and that you're watching them, because they're going to go and they're going to take a look at your page, of course. So finding popular hashtags. Kelly is going to tell you a lot about hashtags. They're really fun to get into, and it's a real balance. It's a delicate balance where we want to find the ones that work and the ones that resonate, but Kelly's going to give you more information about that. And then get shout outs from other people, guys. You know, find people that are supportive of you and ask them, like, hey, if you agree with me, give me a shout out. You know, you're encouraging people to comment down in the comments. You want to share on Instagram regularly. This is another point. You want to share regularly, and you want to post enough that your account remains relevant, and yet you don't want to post so much that someone's going to unfollow you, right? So you don't want to be the only thing showing up in their feed. And this is something that if you ask professionals, it's something that is different brand to brand. So I would say just play with it, start to see what feedback you're getting, and you'll find a happy balance there. So we also can run Instagram contests. So you can always run a contest and find some of those other like-minded brands, or those brands that you are attracting, and you can run a contest with them. Reach out to other entrepreneurs. I've done aerial yoga contests or challenges. Challenges are great ways to participate in a community of like-minded people, and then you're all posting similar things on a certain day. In my example, a yoga pose or something. So fun ways to build followers. And while we're talking about followers, everyone, I think it's really important to say you can go out and buy followers. You can pay for names and followers. I like to build followings, and I know Kelly is the same. We're very like-minded in that way, authentically. I want people to follow me that resonate with who I am, that want to know more about what I do. To me, the number doesn't matter so much, guys. It's the quality and the relationship, because that's our business, is relationship building, and it's the same on social media. So we want to also, this is another point, tell our followers to like our content. I know it sounds elementary, but you might have to say, give me a heart if you like this. Give me a heart if you agree. Do you agree? Tell me what your thoughts are. Direct message me, you know, for more information, or if you want to continue this conversation. So you're directing people. And also commenting, just like in Facebook, helps to increase the algorithm. The algorithm is how often you're showing up. We also, this is another point, want to build relationships with other influential users, other influential accounts. And the fastest way to grow authentically, again, authentically, is by engaging with accounts with a larger following than you have and having them promote your account. So, you know, engaging with someone who has a larger following, they might be somewhat of an influencer, and having them find something about you that they'd like to give a shout out to. So you'll see many as you get into this Instagram. You know, I'm in the yoga world. I teach aerial yoga and do retreats, and many yoga brands now, many companies, but I'm speaking to the clothing market, are asking us, they're asking people to wear their clothing in your photos, right? So that you'll give a shout out and you'll tag them, you know, Lulu pants or whatever. So I apologize for the dogs. Sorry, guys. A couple more points here. Comment on photos from other accounts. I think we already said that. And Kelly's going to talk a little bit more about stories. And so let's talk about one of my last points here, is using both images and video content. People love Instagram because it's a way to just show these. You don't have to write a long post. That's what's beautiful. So finding different ways, thank you for responding, Angel, finding different ways to post in stories. And this is something, like I said, that you can tag people in. You can make comments on them, and Kelly's going to tell you a little bit more about that. But video has twice the amount of engagement. People want to see video, and even if it's a video of something that you would be taking a photo of, take a video, you know, pan it, and show your content that way. So the other thing about stories is making them fun. You know, it doesn't have to be so serious all the time, guys. You can, you know, show something fun. I did a boomerang photo one day of my prebiotic pouring into a mug of water, and it was just the powder going up and down, and it got so many views. People just thought it was cute, and you know, and then of course they start to ask, what was that that's in there? So creating clear and fun and engaging videos people want to tag their friends in, which is great, and that increases your visibility. So we're going to talk a little bit about hashtags now, and then Kelly is going to show you how to post, because we cannot not mention how amazing it is that our company is giving us this monthly marketing playbook. This monthly marketing playbook is amazing. I was showing it to one of my team members, guests on a Zoom yesterday, and she's interested in looking at the business, and said, I don't know. I know that we all have to build on social media. And I said, take a look at this. And so Kelly's going to show you how we can utilize that and to help build your brand. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Pro4 Kelly Brockmeyer. She is in Las Vegas, Nevada. Kelly and I have recently had the opportunity to get to know each other, and it's amazing in our company when you start to reach out to different people and, you know, work with other lines, other family. You know, it's amazing the synergy that you see is there. So Kelly, I'm going to turn it over to you, and we'll look forward to hearing what you have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Isa. I hope everyone can hear me okay. I am in Las Vegas, and I'm really excited to share what I've dove into in the last year with Instagram. But before I share my screen and show you the grids and the hashtags and everything, I want everybody to write down little project here for afterwards. I want people to do a little journal exploration and write down these words, and then I'll go over it a little bit as fast as possible because there's so much to share in 15 minutes. Write down core values, interests, uniqueness, location, entertain, educate, and/or inspire. Now, why I want you, or why I'm asking you to journal this later is because, or right after if possible, is we're in a health and wellness industry, and a lot of people don't know what to post. They think they have to be a nutritionist or a yoga teacher, and the key component is being, yeah, we could put that in the chat afterwards. Thank you so much. The key component is being yourself and bringing out more of who you are and attracting people like you who either want to be more like you, or maybe they feel you. They're like, yes, she knows what she's talking about. I feel her. I want to have what she has. So again, it's attraction marketing. So core values, and I'm not talking about morals, I'm talking about your core values. And usually you can go back to when you're like 5 years old. What lit you up? You know, what are those things for you? And that's when I want to start sharing my screen here. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. Here's one of my Instagram accounts. I don't recommend you make a bunch, but I did because that's how I am, but it's a lot. So if you see mine here, one of the core values when I was doing this self-exploration was celebration. I've been told, or I tell people that celebration is my middle name. I've worked in hospitality since I was 15. It literally was my job to make sure people were having a good time and that they were feeling good and were happy and they could, you know, get away from their problems for a little bit. And so celebration is a big core value of mine. As well as, I'll just scroll down my page a little bit. I love glitter. I mean, that's not a core value, that's more of an interest, but values women empowerment and self-love, you know, so you're just going to explore this yourself and what's good for you. Interests, that's really easy. Like I know if you just check at whatever you know, what's in your photo reel, you can see very quickly what you're interested in. My cat used to be very photogenic, the one that just passed last year. And half my photo reel was this cat, and the other half were sunsets. So it's very obvious what my interests were. And then you want to think about your uniqueness. Like, what's in your history that nobody else has, you know, and just explore. And don't, when you're filling out and exploring in this journaling, don't think about, oh, I would never put that on Instagram. Just leave Instagram out of it. It's all about what's in your heart, what lights you up. And then you're going to use it later as inspiration for your posts and guidelines, because as you know, you don't want to be posting thousands of different things. You know, maybe you see a funny meme and you want to throw it in there, but it doesn't really fit, that sort of thing. And also your location. I was a part of this training once, and he said, everywhere, you know, where you live right now, no one else lives there. You know, there's people in Las Vegas, but they're maybe not on the same page as you. So go to the biggest tourist spots in your town, or if you're in a small town, be out there and do your stories from these locations. So people not only are listening to your message, they get to see all this different stuff, and it's fun. You're like, oh, where is she going to go next? And the entertain, educate, and inspire. Think about that. Like, not all of us are teachers. Not all of us have the, you know, the inspiration in us, but maybe you're really comical. Maybe your role is to entertain. So that is something else you want to remember when you're creating your content. And like Isa was saying, you don't want to overdo content, but the people I've talked to, it's more like the problem that arises is they want to shy away, like, oh, I don't have anything to say, I don't have anything to post. That's when you can tap back into your journaling. And also, if, like for me, women's empowerment is a huge thing for me. So I even find other accounts out there that are doing that, and I will even share, I'm sure there's some in here, or I'll make my own, and I'll give them credit. Oh, and I love art. If you see, like in the middle here, I obviously didn't create that stuff, but you can use it and you can give someone else credit, tag them in it, and then they're getting, like, they're so grateful, and you get to have the kind of page you like. So on that note, let's talk about the grid system. I really encourage you to, like Isa was saying, look up top accounts and biohacking. The ones I was looking at the beginning that I really followed was Biohacking Bombshell and Rachel Jackson's Soul CEO. And just check out their grid. Like, you literally could do whatever you want, you're posting, but when someone wants to check out your profile, you'll see, or they'll see that you kind of mean business. You're here, you have a message, you're giving them content. So what I've done here is I've kind of chosen to do words like every third post, and the middle is more about me or some artwork or me and my boyfriend or my cat. And then on the right side, you know, is me loving wine. My boyfriend is a sommelier and wine director, and so I'm always having wonderful nights out. We even had wine delivered at our house. But so again, that's me. If I was trying to, like, for example, I don't have any children, so I can't talk to the stay-at-home mom thing, you know? You don't want to ever be trying to talk from a position that isn't uniquely you. And who do I find with this? People like me, or people that resonate with me. And the same will be for you. And then it's like what Isa was saying, you're building a genuine following where it doesn't matter how many followers you have. It's not a representation if you're doing a good job or bad job. And keep that in mind too. Like, it's not about if you get a lot of messages or if you get a lot of hearts. Who cares? They're seeing your posts. And that's another thing I wanted to bring up. The consistency here is so, so important. Attraction marketing or marketing, you are this brand and you're delivering advertising, honestly. You're delivering like a picture show of your life that people are attracted to. If you go away for 6 months and then post again a little bit, and maybe a week later you post a little more, and then you go away for a month, even if somebody really wanted what you were offering, like they're really excited about the Tri-Synergizer situation, they might totally forget who you were unless you keep reminding them, like, here we are, here's our products, you know? So being consistent is so important. You could do 3 posts a day, 1 post a day is fine. There's even apps out there where you can schedule your posts if you don't really feel the inspiration to do it every day. That's fine, but make sure you are becoming the expert at everything you're putting out there. You know, the expert in, in nootropics. You know, the expert in NRF2 activated skincare. What is that? I want that. You know, and it happens over time, whether people are commenting or not, which is really, really cool. You'll just have people reaching out, and same thing like Issa was saying, if you're connecting with other people in your messages, which by the way, I'll show you where. Oh, look at him. Right here is the message center, just so you know. And okay, let's go ahead and post real quick. So I went in the monthly playbook, not just recently. Oh my gosh, and it's amazing. Like, you don't really have to think too hard. They give you the best graphics. So I picked this one up. And just for those that don't know, you can't, let's move this a little bit. You cannot do Instagram from your computer. And like Michelle Poe was saying, yeah, Instagram is made more for pictures. You want to draw people in, and maybe, you know, you have space to write, but they really only can see a 1 sentence when they click on there, or I mean, sorry, in your account. So draw them in with those words, but mostly draw them in with the photo. Make sure your photos aren't blurry. Make sure they're, you know, on the how you want them to look, and they kind of match the rest of your account. So here, after you, sorry, let's go back. Yeah, so you pick a photo, and it'll only grab the ones that are stored in your phone, by the way. If you want, do you see this little multiple, see that? You can do a bunch of pictures. If you click that one, you're gonna unclick it, and hit next in the top right. And then here are all these wonderful filters already for you. Like, I'm gonna pick this black and white one that looks pretty cool. And even when you click on that one, you can bring it lower or higher, which is really neat. If you go to edit on the bottom, there's even more. And let's take a look at brightness. We can make that like really bright. Let's say shadows, we can make, you know, less or more. For those that don't know, tilt shift, all of these words come from traditional photography. So this, you can add a blur around it. So here's a little circle. You can stretch it with your fingertips, and then watch, it blurs the rest. Or you can do linear, same thing. Boom, or off. And let's see. Oh, you can even add a color. Now this is really handy. Again, when you think about grids, you really want to keep in mind the look of your account, you know? So maybe you want everything a little pinkish hue. You can do, well, now it's not going to show because we're on the we're on the black and white, but you can play with these colors and make things a little more, you know, even if you bring it in with like a quote on a white background, you can come in here and change the colors. And it's just not showing up because I have the black and white filter. You can change the saturation. Let's see. Yeah, so play around with that. It's really fun. It actually can fill up a lot of your time. And I'm gonna pick this Amaro just for fun. This little sunshine on the top, if you click that, that also changes things. There's just so many options. And next, now here's the big deal. You can click to hit it right there. No, I don't want to always share, but this is such an easy way to post in 2 places. Plus, I can make my pictures so much better. Like, there's just so many more options to make them pretty in Instagram. So anytime you see something I posted on Facebook, I've done it in Instagram first. And again, you can always erase this stuff. You know, nothing is in the work, or, you know, secured in there forever. You can add location. We always want to do that, even if it's not exactly where you are. You can put in like, I'm in Beverly Hills, so that more people posting about Beverly Hills are there. And then you would write a couple things. Now, I wanted to talk about hashtags. It's such a big deal because it's almost like code, if you think about it, like coding in a computer. You know, it's not just always, I mean, you want like 6 to 8 personalized hashtags. You know, like if you think about LifeVantage, we have biohack and activate. That's a really good one. And look how, let me just type it in here as an example. Biohack your brain. These are ones I've used in the past. Okay, biohack and activate. Now, if you look at that, look, only 224 public posts so far. You can go in here to get ideas too. That's wonderful. You want 6 to 8 hashtags that are just super original. And then you want, again, like 8 to 10 hashtags that are, that are very broad, like fun. Look at 400 million some posts about that, you know? So you want to do that. And then have a middle ground. And you're welcome to have up to 30 hashtags. But here's what we're going to do. Let's just say probios rock or something like that. Do whatever comes to your mind. Oh, probio Rico shows you about my phone. Okay, so under here I would do, you know, a couple biohack and activate, flip the switch, a couple really personalized ones. And I'm just going to share this without doing the hashtags because we're doing it a new way. Now, after it loads, that just got shared to my Facebook right now. I'm going to click back on my little person on the bottom right. There it is in my thing now, in my grid. Now I can click on that and I can like it myself. You should always love yourself, so definitely give yourself a heart. And then go in the comment section. This is now where they are recommending that you put your 30 hashtags. Now, if you already used 4 or 5 in the original post, then you can only use 25 in the comments. And this is where, you know, whatever comes to your mind. But like I said, super original ones, and then super broad, like laughing, women, blue, you know, because what's going to happen is, let me get out of here, this little search icon on the very bottom left, and I love watching dancing, so that's why that pops up. You're going to type in there, like let's type in biohack and activate. This is a great way to get inspiration for posts as well. You can go, there's top accounts and all that, but I'm more worried about the tags here. If you click on those tags and you can follow them, look at the people that have posted and you want to show up here. This is where you want your account to show up. And then there I actually am, which is kind of fun. Okay, so that's how Instagram uses these hashtags, and that's why it's really important to have an array of them. I was even trained before to go ahead and go back in your posts and erase those hashtags and like hours later and put in a whole different 30 if you have the time. Okay, let's see. Let me see what I'm missing, 1 second. Okay, and we were going to talk about stories really quick. So if you go up into the very top left, that little camera, if my finger would work, hold on. It's not working. Hello. Okay. This is really fun to play with. If you go on the very bottom, there's a live. That'll be an actual live. The story means you could pick that bottom left photo and pick one of those things. You know, this is kind of funny, so I'll put that there. And then that's where Issa was saying you can go up to the top right, the little A, and you can pick all of these fonts, and then you can click if you want a background to it like that. Make it, it's gone. Hold on 1 second. You can pick colors. You can stretch it out here really big, or you can do it with your fingers too, like this. I thought this was funny. And then in the top left, there's a little icon. Oh my gosh, it's just endless, the creativity you can put into this. We got this, you know, you just pick these, you scroll down, keep picking more. It's really fun when you get into it. You can pick music. I like this one. And then you have to press done at the very top when you're finished. And I think we're almost out of time. So when you're done, and again, explore. You can't make a mistake. Stories only stay visible for 24 hours and then they're gone. But even if you made a mistake and you don't like it, you can go back in there and delete it. Okay, but you would normally press send to and then share. And yeah, use hashtags here. That's what's so cool. You can hashtag LifeVantage. You could hashtag your friends, your teammates, and they will see it. Or I'm sorry, tag them, and then hashtag other things like that too. Okay, so to get out of it, I'm just gonna press my phone's back. Discard, yes. Back again. Now from here, you wanna X out, and there we go. Okay, there's so much more to share. I've gotten most of my information from Rachel Jackson, who is now Rachel Pekarak, and also Marina De Giovanni, who's not a part of the LifeVantage, but write those names down if you need more information. Also, to create posts, I use Spark Post. These are apps. I use Canva, Spark Post, and Photolab. And let me stop sharing the screen here. Yeah, so I mean, key points, no matter how good or bad you think you're doing, now is not the time to limit yourself in any way, with mindset or with just any old, old garbage. Just show up at least once a day and be yourself and be more of yourself. And I still can't figure out how to not share my screen. It's coming, it's coming. There we go, there we go. New to Zoom, kind of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kelly, that was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Amazing. And and seeing some of the comments, if you feel lost, just take this baby steps. This is just information that's here for you. Get your phone out. You definitely have to have your phone in front of you and running through this to really understand. And once you do, what Kelly was giving you excellent instruction on keeping it really simple. So Kelly, is there anything else you wanted to add?
Thank you all for being here, and just like a little excitement in the air, our virtual conference is so soon now. Like, if you've forgotten to tell anybody about it, or if you've forgotten that you have free tickets, now, today is the time to start really, really making that big party. If you're comfortable having a party at your house and getting people involved and registered. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here. Isa?
Excellent. Thank you so much, Kelly. It's been so amazing getting to know you through this process and learning from you. So we can all learn from each other, everyone. Stay positive, learn something new, baby steps. And I just wanted to say, someone did post in the comments, and I'm sure Kelly would agree, we don't want to post company name because you want to still create curiosity. Right? Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much. What a blessing. And have a great night, everyone. And we'll see you this week, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome job, ladies. Loved it. I learned so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
I did too.